Hey, what's up everybody? Jake here and welcome to the hobby. In today's video, we are doing a last call for Pokemon card products and sets that are starting to get pretty old that you may want to consider picking up if you don't have them in your collection. Usually in my experience, sets that are around 2 years old tends to start seeing some serious climbs, and that's because these sets are now outside of the realm of being restocked and reprinted in the future. There's always a small risk, but usually after 2 years is a good time frame to start picking up some older products. A recent product that has climbed in value was Fusion Strike, and lo and behold, Fusion Strike's biggest climb came right after it passed its 2 years mark when it was officially released. So today we're going to talk about some sets and products that are 2 years old that you may start consider picking up. This is sort of a last call to pick up these products before I think they are going to start becoming more considered collectibles. The first set that I would like to talk about is going to be Brilliant Stars. Brilliant Stars came out a little bit over 2 years ago. It was the first set to release in 2022, the first official big major set of 2022, which is a really big deal. So it's been 2 years old, and I think Brilliant Stars is starting to see some serious climb potential. At its lowest point, you could pick up a booster box of Brilliant Stars for right around $100, and right now a booster box of Brilliant Stars is going for around $150, so it's already starting to see some serious climbs. You can still find Brilliant Stars for retail price. It's available on the Pokemon Center as of the release of this video. Who knows how long that will last? But when that officially sells out, I do think Brilliant Stars is going to see its slow climb towards $200, and it'll probably stay around that price point for quite a while. The thing about trading cards and collectibles pretty much in general is that they like to spike in value. They don't like to slowly and steadily climb in value the same way that stocks or other assets really do. Collectibles like to spike in value, and they really start to spike once you can no longer find them for retail price. And who knows when that will run out. But because Fusion Strike was the set that came out right before it, and now it's starting to see its big climb right after 2 years, I think the next set that has the most potential is probably going to be Brilliant Stars, since it is a little bit on the older side. The risk of it being restocked and reprinted is going to be a little bit on the lower end, and it's starting to be really solid. It has a lot of really cool cards inside, especially with the trainer gallery cards. It is not a bad set by any stretch. I don't have any issues with any sets that came out around 2022, and you'll see that with our very next set, which is Astral Radiance, the set that came out right after Brilliant Stars. Astral Radiance is kind of the dark horse of 2022 because everyone remembers Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest, and Lost Origin, but not a lot of people remember Astral Radiance. And Astral Radiance booster boxes are sold out on the Pokemon Center. Same with Brilliant Stars. It's currently going for right around $150, $160, so it is not a cheap box to pick up. You can still find the Astral Radiance Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes still available. And it's been available for 2 years straight, so that's really interesting that these are so heavily stocked. I guess the Pokemon company just printed a bunch of them during the pandemic, and they're still available even now. The reason why you don't pick up the Pokemon Center ETB is because with the box, the booster box, you get yourself just way more packs, so it's just a better pack to cost ratio. The market for ETBs is always going to be a smaller market than the market for booster boxes. Booster boxes are just the bread and butter, and I don't think Astral Radiance is a bad set. There is actually a ton of really cool cards inside of it. Some of the best S-tier trainer gallery cards are in Astral Radiance, and the two big ones are going to be the Starmie V and the Garchomp V, and both of those cards are inside of Astral Radiance, so I don't think anyone should really consider Astral Radiance a bad set. The fact that it's kind of a sleeper set might actually means it might surpass sets like Brilliant Stars. I don't know what the print run sizes are, but because Astral Radiance is a little bit less on the popular side, that may give it some long-term potential because people just aren't hoarding it the same way that they are hoarding other sets like Lost Origins. I know people out there with multiple booster box cases of Lost Origins. There are people on the Pokemon trading card subreddit who are literally announcing that they are going to be picking up a booster box case of Lost Origin every single week until it sells out on the Pokemon Center website, which is just insane to me. It does mean that there are people out there gravitating towards case collecting, which is where you pick up 6 booster boxes. It's inside of a sealed case, and you know that it's tamper proof, and it is a very safe long-term investment, but it's kind of boring and it's not personally my style. Before we continue, I'd like to announce that Whatnot has asked me to attend their Whatnot virtual convention, their very first Whatnotcon, and I said, sure, why not? It sounds like a ton of fun. So if you'd like to attend Whatnotcon from the comfort of your very own home, there's going to be a virtual convention on April 12th. You can log on and go to my virtual booth. I will have a ton of Pokemon cards available, and I'll be talking about the cards. I'll have cards available that you can put offers on, and if I like your offer, you can just get a card from me. And I'll be opening up a couple booster boxes of Japanese 151 and giving away all the packs. That's the absolute goal of my booth, is to give away a ton of really cool cards, interact with viewers like you, and give you a ton of free stuff available from me. So definitely check out, and it'll be a ton of fun. There were a ton of really cool stuff that came out in 2022, so we're going to talk about some stuff that are non-set related, and I think some of the stuff on here are definitely kind of sleeper products that people aren't really thinking about, and I'm going to bring them to your attention. You can agree or disagree with me. It's always a fun conversation. So the big one that I'd like to talk about, and this one's kind of controversial, is going to be the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. This bad boy was very heavily printed. There's a ton of copies of it out there. I'm sure you have the cards inside of your collection. You may even have multiple Charizard Ultra Premium Collection, but these are really cool. The cool things about the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection are that they contain a ton of booster packs inside of the box. They were going for below retail, and you can still find them for below retail. You can find them for between $100 to $110 right now, it looks like, and they retail for 120 bucks. You could have found them for as low as $80 to $90 during the holiday season a year or two ago, but still really cool products. You get yourself a bunch of Charizard promo cards. They're all alt art cards, and of course you get a bunch of really cool packs, and some of them are highly sought after, especially Evolving Skies. If you pick up a Charizard Ultra Premium Collection, they come with multiple packs of Evolving Skies inside of them. So they do have a ton of potential. This is kind of like a perfect product if you have someone that is in your family that's new to collecting and they're between the ages of 10 to 20. If you pick this up for them and they don't have it inside of their collection, they're gonna have a ton of fun cracking it open because it is a very premium collection. And the pack opening experience, or the box opening experience in this case, is really cool. The drawers, the items inside of the Ultra Premium Collection, they did a good job with this box. It's not a booster box, but it is very cool. And it's not 2 years old yet for this box, so I don't expect it to spike anytime in the near future. But because it's going for under retail price, I definitely want to call it out because it is a really cool box. And there's plenty of value inside of it. If you open it up, you probably could get enough value. I don't know about the pack opening experience, because if you open up all the packs, you could make back hundreds of dollars, or you could go underwater, but that's just part of the pack opening. There is plenty of value in terms of just the amount of packs and promo cards and just the experience itself with the Ultra Premium Collection. Outside of this one, there are some other really cool Ultra Premium Collection, and these won't surprise you, and those are going to be the Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon Ultra Premium Collections. These came out right around 2 years ago, and they are still really cool. If you want to pick up anything, I would say the alt art cards are super duper cheap. They are just so incredibly cheap because they're more readily available than the Evolving Skies alt art cards, but they are still Eeveelution alt art cards. So if you want yourself to pick up the Flareon VMAX, the Vaporeon VMAX, the Jolteon VMAX, and the V versions of these cards, they are going for between $20 to $30 in near mint condition. You could probably find them for even below $20 per card. And to be able to pick up Eeveelution alt art cards for 20 bucks, I think is an absolute steal. These are gorgeous looking cards, and if you want just a really good deal on amazing looking cards, these are easy pickups. They're just so cheap compared to the Evolving Skies cards, and they are just as gorgeous. If these cards were in Evolving Skies, they would easily be going for $200 a card. So the fact that they're going for 20 bucks, 90% cheaper than what their true value would be if they were inside of Evolving Skies, is why I think that they are definitely value pickup. Last but not least, I'd like to shout out some Japanese promo cards that came out in 2022. It was an interesting year. There weren't a ton of really cool promo cards, but I picked out 2 that I would definitely consider picking up just because, like I said, this is sort of a last shout out videos. Since a lot of cards from 2022 are now 2 years old, it may be a time to consider picking some of these up. And the first one I'd like to shout out is going to be the Mischievous Pichu. It's a Pichu promo card, which is kind of interesting. You can pick up the PSA 10 copy of this card between 30 to 40 bucks right now, so it's fairly cheap. When I was picking it up, this card, they were going for between $5 to $10 for an ungraded copy. So being able to pick up PSA 10 copy for $30, it's a very cheap and affordable promo card to add to your collection, and these do tend to climb in value. The Pikachu promo cards inside of my collections have been rising exponentially over the past couple of years, but I can't say that will happen in the future. However, if you want just a really safe purchase, I don't think this Mischievous Pichu card in PSA 10 for $30 is something you're ever gonna cry about. It's just going to be a super fun and easy card to add to your collection, and it's adorable. At $30, it's sort of, I would consider, one of the lowest risk promo cards you can add to your collection. Now, if you want something that's more premium and really cool to add to your collection, the other card that I consider is going to be the Pikachu Precious Collector Box card. This promo card is going for a whopping $200 to $300, depending on what kind of grade you get on it or what kind of condition you're talking about. In a PSA 10, you're talking about closer to 300 bucks, but it is a super cool card. And you might say it looks kind of familiar. It's the same card inside of Crown Zenith, which is significantly cheaper, but I cannot compare this card to the Crown Zenith card. They are completely different. The Japanese version is significantly more premium. It has a lot more texturing, and the design and quality of the card is completely different. The one from Japan is significantly more rare, significantly cooler, and that's why it's so expensive. It comes in a really extravagant box. If you want to pick up the whole entire display case for the Precious Collector's box, it's pretty cool. I have it inside of my collection. It's a big black box, but as far as big black boxes go, it's a nice one. So definitely one to consider. I don't think it's ever going to skyrocket in value, but if you want something that's really premium, something that not every collector has inside of their collection, I think both the Mischievous Pichu and the Precious Collector's Box Pikachu are both really cool additions to your collection. That's all I had for today's last call video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Is there something that I missed? There are probably some really cool promo cards from 2022 that I'm not really talking about, and we may talk about them. The big hot topic right now is still Lost Origin, but Lost Origin is not 2 years old, not for at least 6 to 8 more months, so it's still got a ways to go. Who knows? A lot of people are hyping up Lost Origin, and that may be enough for it to just spike in value, but I'm not the kind of collector that really just rides hype train. I'm thinking long term, so definitely I would consider picking up even older sets first before considering Lost Origin. So that's why I'm talking about Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.